Americans. Not who we are, who we want to be. It's that wanting that runs through every page of Gatsby, making it our greatest American novel. But it's also our easiest great American novel to underrate. Too short, too tempting to misread as just a love story gone wrong, too mired in the roaring 20s and all that jazz. Compared to its two closest contenders, Gatsby seems confined. Moby Dick takes place on the ocean. Gatsby offers a swimming pool. Huckleberry Finn lights out for the territory. Gatsby restlessly commutes the few miles of new roadway back and forth between East and West Egg and Manhattan. Being short gives Gatsby one clear advantage over the big boys. It's more likely to be assigned as required reading. In fact, Gatsby is the one American novel that most educated Americans have read. The bad news is that we read it in high school, or even, shudder, junior high, when we're much too young, too defensive emotionally, too ignorant about the life-deforming powers of regret. When we make our first chain gang shuffle into Gatsby, we spend so much time preparing for standard test prompts on the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg and the color of Gatsby's car, and above all, the symbol of the green light at the end of Daisy's dock, that the larger point of the novel gets lost. It's not the green light, stupid. It's Gatsby's reaching for it that's the crucial all-American symbol of the novel. Because it's been a mainstay for over half a century on high school reading lists across the land, The Great Gatsby is the one great American novel we think we've read, but probably haven't, at least not enough. Given the worldwide familiarity with, if nothing else, its title, the novel seems too much with us even before we read it for the first time. The name Gatsby lends a touch of class to restaurants, condo developments, computer games, custom tailoring stores, those beautiful shirts, beauty salons, Kate Spade clutch purses, made to look like hardcover editions of the book, and hot tubs, really in poor taste when you consider the role of the swimming pool in the novel. The baby name website, nameberry.com, reports that Gatsby is gaining traction as both a boy's and a girl's name, and that it has a lot of energy and that great pedigree. Riffs on Fitzgerald's title are legion. An overweight rock musician is dubbed the Great Gatsby. A California vineyard runs a wine tasting and book discussion series called The Great Gatsby. A friend sends around a Facebook cat joke featuring the Great Gatsby. The variations accrue like hairballs, encasing the actual novel within puns and all manner of consumer dreck. Then there are the higher cultural spin-offs, the 5 movies. The latest is Baz Luhrmann's 3D effort, which premiered as I was writing this book. A ballet, an opera, the radio and stage plays, including the aforementioned hybrid of staged reading and play, Gats. Countless modern novels have helped themselves to The Great Gatsby as a template for their own stories. Ross Macdonald's Black Money, Caitlin Macy's The Fundamentals of Play, Joseph O'Neill's Netherland, and Tom Carson's Daisy Buchanan's Daughter, to name a few. Enough already. Gatsby is overexposed, mined out. But excavate your old paperback copy of The Great Gatsby and read it again. For many of us who've done just that, the novel has become, in Fitzgerald's own iridescent words, something commensurate to man's capacity to wonder. First, though, you have to wise up a little, get older, become more vulnerable to both the sadness of everyday life and its loveliness. Nick, our narrator, certainly has to wise up. It takes him 2 years before he can tell Gatsby's story in any coherent way. And still you know that, like the ancient mariner in Coleridge's poem, Nick will spend his life thinking about Gatsby and the implications of the events that took place during the summer of 1922. Nick rereads Gatsby's story as he tells it to us, and in doing so, he shows us how crucial it is to listen closely, go back and pay more attention to the details, look at passages again and again. I see all the time what happens to people who have the experience